Share your screen with your audience. So maybe I will. But anyway, reason I'm here is to see if anybody actually sees this. And if anybody does, and you have any kind of a question about buying real estate or selling real estate, you can. I don't even know how you contact me. How would you do that? You would chat moderation. Oh, you put it in the chat. So I'm going to say hi. And there is my chat. So because this is going live with YouTube, I'm not sure how it compares to going live with Facebook. So I'll just stay on for a few minutes. And if nobody puts a question in the chat, then I will. I'm reading the little messages that are coming in. Welcome. Remember to guide your privacy and abide by community guidelines. All right, so I will read off a couple of things that could be of benefit to someone who's getting ready to buy or sell a property. I want to make this worth something to you rather than just talking about stupid stuff. So here I go. I am... Sorry, I'm the worst streamer and the worst host ever. So let's see. What would I tell you? Well, this is absolutely the worst presentation ever. Sorry about that, anybody who tuned in. I'm trying to find where I have my notes. I wasn't expecting to go live. I'm not even sure if I am live. All right, still looking. All right, I may have found something that could help us. So anybody who wants to know the current value of their property, it's a service my company provides. My name's Curtis Knight, and my company, my real estate company, is Curtis Knight Real Estate, LLC. And one of the things I do is I offer a free home value, my analysis of what your property is worth if you wanted to put it on the market. And I give you a few data points in the analysis that I do. And the first thing I give you, and it's a long report, usually on any given home, either New Hampshire, Massachusetts, or Florida. When I do I call it a real estate profile. When I do a profile on your property, what I do is I give you the top page, which is the table of contents, and tells you all the things that are inside this 150-page-ish report. It's about a half-inch thick when you start to read it. But you don't need to really read any of it if you have read and digested the first page, the top page, because that has everything you need to know. So you can look at it in a glance. You know my opinion. And if you ask 10 different real estate agents, you'll get 10 different answers. But my opinion, first of all, what is the current value of the property? Number one, what's your property worth in today's market? So I do a lot of research on all the houses in your neighborhood and the ones that have sold with similar amount of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, what have you. So I put all that information together and I make a guesstimate, my analysis of what your property is worth in the current market. So that's data point number one. Data point number two is I put together what I would list this property for. And you don't need to have me list your property. You don't need to hire me. I just provide this information. It's a free service from my company. So if you were to have me sell your property, what would I list it for on the market? So that's data point number two. First of all, what is it worth? Second of all, what would I list it for if you said, I want you to be my real estate agent, my realtor, and I want you to sell my property? What is the dollar amount you would put this property on the market for? So those are the two data points. And then the third one, and there's only three that are really important, and they're on the first page of every report that I do. What is it worth? What would I list it for sale? What dollar amount would I list it for? And Here comes the most important one. What will you have in your hand for cash money once we have accepted an offer and it goes to closing and you're riding off into the sunset with the big bag of money over your shoulder? Picture a big white bag like a Santa Claus bag with a big black dollar sign on it. And that's your bag of money that you're walking away from the sale of your house with. So the three things on page number 1 are: what's it worth in the current market? What would I list it for? What would the asking price be? And number 3, what will the sale price be? And for a house that's worth, let's say your house is worth $600,000 as it sits right now. I say the current value of the property is approximately $600,000. If I was allowed the honor of putting it for sale on the market, I would like to offer it for sale at $779,900, $799,900. So $780. Jesus Christ. If it's worth $600,000, I would put it on for $579,900. So if it's worth $600,000, I put it on for $580,000. And then the third question that I answer: what is it likely to sell for? And that number would probably be, this is hypothetically, it'd be somewhere between $580,000 and, depending on the shape of your house, if it's in really nice shape, so it's irresistible, it might go for somewhere between $580 and $650. But if it looks like it hasn't been updated in a while and it hasn't been kept up and the front lawn is all patchy and a lot of dirt showing and stuff like that, so then it's not as eye-catchy to the buyers. So I scale down what you are likely to receive. And this is all, in my opinion, it's conjecture. And you have to be careful when you have a real estate license, because you can't state anything as fact. This is what you're going to get for your house. You can't do that. In my opinion, you might get this. That's how we hold on to our real estate license. All right. So that is there a timer anywhere? I don't see one. Well, I was going to let you know how long I have been on, wasting your time. Wait, it does. Mr. has no idea what he's doing. There it is. It says live, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Mark. So if I've been on for 7.5 minutes and nobody has chatted me, I'm going to chat to myself right now, just so I can feel like somebody cares about me. Hi, Curtis. Interesting information. And you see what I did there? I gave you an example of my typing skills. Yeah, I'm a very good typer. All right, I am going to sign off unless somebody hits chat and either says hello or asks a question, because I have a feeling I am talking to one person and one person only. There are 1974, when I graduated high school, there were 4 billion people on Earth. And now in 2026, there are 8 billion people. And the world is not any bigger, but we have twice as many people. So, and about 3 billion people have echo. Approximately how many people in the world have access to the internet? One second. Really? Echo. How many people have internet access in the world?
About 6 billion people worldwide have internet access, roughly 74% of the global population as of 2025.
Thank you. All right. So about 6 billion people have internet access. And of those 6 billion, my true belief is only one is watching this streaming right now. All right. So I said hello. Then I chatted that it was interesting, and now I'm going to go. But this was nice. Maybe we'll replay this, and then people will make comments about what a great job I did. All right. Sorry, this was a waste of everybody's time. But I was just checking it out because I was uploading something to YouTube and I saw go live, and I scratched my head like a monkey and said, what? All right.